HireClap enable recruiters to hire matching and potential candidates for their job requirement. Ever heard about video profile for recruitment? Follow HireClap for knowing more information on finding matching jobs via video profile. The website link would be provided below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Have you ever thought of getting a job in TCS or any such corporate companies and still it's a dream job and you think it's a pipe dream for me? Well, HireClubs is here to help you crack the national qualifier test. At least few things about national qualifier test which is conducted by TCS. Few of them, or I assume like majority of you might be knowing, TCS is conducting such exam so as to hire you in TCS or any other corporate companies. Hi all, I'm Melba and I'm from HireClubs. I think I have already given you an introduction about what is a national qualifier test by TCS. There are few things which you have to keep in mind. First of all, the registration date. So the last day to register is October 17, 2020, and the exam date are of 3 days. So it's 24, 25 and 26th of October. So there are 3 dates for NQT test, and basically there is no fees charged by TCS. So towards the end, as you complete this test, you would be given a score, and based on the top score, they will select candidates for interview, and based on your performance, they will select you either in TCS or any other top corporate companies. So keep in mind, it's not the score just for hiring in TCS. If you are not being called out for an interview and still you had a good score in NQT test, you may have a good job, like you may have a good future in different corporate companies as well. All right, so over here you can see there is a space for register now, so you can click there to register. So for now I'm not gonna register because I'm basically from humanities background, and yeah, anyone actually can apply, but personally I don't feel like I can be very productive in an IT sector, and hence I'm not registering for TCS NQT test, though I'm aware about the facts and figures and basically the cognitive abilities. I think I'm productive in that, but still I don't feel like applying. All right, but the people who are dreaming or aiming to get a job in TCS, just go forward. So once you register, keep in mind you can be from any background. Yeah, you can be from MCA, you can be from MSc, you can be from engineering or IT related, any such field. And particularly I want to tell people from BTech background. I think there's a fashion, or there are some people, some candidates who might be having many arrears. So for TCS exam, keep in mind that you should not have more than one active backlog or arrears like during the TCS selection process. All right, so keep in mind minimum one arrear. And always try not to have any kind of arrear while applying, or like once you called out for an interview. And then about the gap or the break in education, so it's mandatory to declare. So if you have any kind of gaps in your education or anything like that, you have to declare, okay, you have such kind of gaps. And again, it should not exceed 24 months, which is 2 years. Then another thing is an age limit. So it's not like anyone can apply. It's an age group between 18 to 28 age that is TCS looking for. And another thing you have to keep in mind is that TCS will consider only full-time courses, and the correspondence courses won't be considered while applying TCS. So you have to keep in mind about that. And another important thing, yes, I think I forgot to mention, is the percentage. So they still look forward the percentage. It's not that you have to be very brilliant in your performance, but still you need to have a minimum score of 60% or a 6 CGPA score throughout the academic. So that is what they are looking for. Yes, so these all are the basic things that you have to keep in mind before applying. So these are the basic things that you have to keep in mind, particularly related to the academics prior to applying to a TCS NQT test. All right. So what happens once you register? So while you register, whenever you go to any kind of web page or platform, like how you open an account in Myntra or how you open an account in Amazon, you can log in with your Facebook, you can log in with your mail ID, or there would be various options, right? But I always recommend you to register with your personal email ID while registering for TCS NQT test. So what happens after that? Once you give your test, there would be basically 3 sections. First one, it would be a mandatory section. As the name suggests, it is a mandatory section for everyone to attend, which includes the programming skill sessions as well. And then there would be industry section, and then thirdly there would be subject skill test. So towards the end, you will get an overall score based on your verbal ability, reasoning ability, numerical ability. So, and it's been divided into like different timings. So 24 questions 30 minutes, 30 questions 50 minutes, and 26 questions 40 minutes. So overall it actually takes like 120 minutes, which equals like 2 hours. So this is basically the NQT structure, and this is how you have to give your NQT exam. One important thing which I forgot to tell you is that you can select the test mode. Okay, so you can either do the test in your home, like I recommend you to do in home, like particularly during this pandemic. So you can do in your home, that's your safe zone currently. Or you can, if you prefer to do it in center, you can opt for doing in center as well, right? So there will be a benchmark score which is valid actually for 2 years. So don't worry, your score will be valid for 2 years. So if you are not called for this year, maybe you will have a chance to be called by TCS or any other corporate companies based on your score and based on their requirement. You may get a job in your dream company in near future as well. So these are the basic things that you have to keep in mind while applying for TCS. And yes, so there is a syllabus platform. So I will just show you where is the syllabus platform. You can see my browser over here. So this is prepinsta.com. You can see various sites over there. So they change the syllabus on yearly basis is what I think. So you can see what all are the syllabus for 2021. Yeah, so yeah, this is end of 2020, right? So this is basically the new syllabus. So over here you can see which all are the areas which cover. So in numerical ability, which are the areas. So yeah, you can just browse through this and you can see how it goes, and you can practice. So that's what I could say, and all the best for your exam. So thank you guys for watching. And if you think this video have helped you a little bit in understanding what is TCS, at least the structure of TCS, I think you would like, share and subscribe. Maybe you can pass it to your friends who are planning to apply in TCS or any such corporate companies. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.